Hey guys, it's FC231 bringing you another review, and this time I have Star Wars. This one is from the Saga Collection. This here is General Veers. As he appeared in Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. This action figure was released back in 2006. Before I take him out of his bubble, let's take a closer look at the package. Okay, so here we have the General himself, looking really good. The uniform coloring, I have to say, is spot on with how it looked in Episode 5. He even has his rank on the front, which looks really, really cool. And he has a holster for his blaster, which you can place. The cap is not removable. The cap is molded right onto his head. But before I go into further details of the General, let's take a look at the accessories he came with. The first one that he came with, what I liked about the Saga Collection figurines is that they came with a bonus little hologram figure. And General Veers happens to come with a Darth Vader. Well, at least this one came with this Darth Vader hologram figure. Nice aqua light blue coloring, kind of translucent, not really, but it's a nice figure of Darth Vader. He also came with a stand, The Empire Strikes Back, and with his name on the bottom, printed on the bottom. So you can easily peg the General in place. His blaster, regular, typical Imperial blaster that can fit right into his holster. And, of course, his armor pieces, his helmet that he wore while he was commanding his at the Battle of Hoth. The goggles are not removable, it's molded into place. And what I like about this helmet is it also has a little link here, the little comm link that he can speak into. and of course his chest plate. And then the chest plate also has his rank on the front as well. The only downside is that the fact that it doesn't have a back plating to it. It just has the front. Here is a closer look at the General. I have to say it looks a lot like General Maximilian Veers, as well as the actor who portrayed him, Julian Glover. I'm sure Julian Glover is very proud of this little figure that looks just like him. As far as articulation for this figure, his head can do a 360. It can turn side to side. It's also on a ball joint, so you can have him looking up, or kind of looking down, or a head tilt. His hands can go around. There's a swivel at the elbow. Swivel at the elbow. The only thing though is this swivel at the elbow, it's kind of fixed like this in this position. There is, excuse me, wrist rotation. There is waist movement. And unfortunately for the legs can just go up and down. It's only limited just because of the piece of uniform he has here, so his leg can't go all the way up or down. Now to put the armor pieces on him, it's quite easy. Once you hear that little click, it's right on. And then the helmet just goes on top of his head until you have a proper fit. There you have it. General Veers in his commanding armor while in his AT-AT or AT-AT. Looks really good. I like it. The only thing though, he looks good from the front, but if he's displayed like this, again, he doesn't have that back armor. But I mean, no worries, you're gonna have him this way anyway. You're not gonna have him like this displayed, but this is the proper way to have him. Just as a size comparison, here is the General in the middle with a vintage collection Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett on the left, and the Black Series Stormtrooper on the right. The General is a bit taller, even without the helmet. He's slightly a bit taller than the two, but still at a reasonable height level. Still looks good. Okay, so this concludes my review for General Veers. Do I recommend getting this figure? I do. I really like this General Veers, at least this version of him, the 2006 Saga Collection. It looks a lot like the actor. It looks just like how he did in The Empire Strikes Back. There is another version of General Veers, which is the Vintage Collection Empire Strikes Back General Veers. But for some reason, I like this one. This one is my favorite just because it looks a lot like the actor. The colors are spot on. Not much articulation on the legs, and then with the elbows being at a, like kind of like at that stuck at that angle. But the level of detail makes up for it. His face, the insignia, his ranking, the detail on the armor plating, the coloring. He gets a little stand. You get your bonus hologram Darth Vader.